Hi, Jenny here, and if you can hear from my voice, I am sick. Not COVID, thankfully, but I still wanted to film this video to get it out as soon as possible in the beginning of August. I didn't want it to drag on until like next week, but this Jane Austen July wrap-up video, it won't be as in-depth as I wanted it to be. Maybe I'll do another one with a different type of concept and title, but yeah, this is what this video is, the Jane Austen July wrap-up. Since I didn't kind of want to leave it open-ended, the last Jane Austen July vlog that I posted, I was halfway through Persuasion and I hadn't watched the adaptation yet. So yeah, I'll be discussing all the books I read, all the stories I read, and overall my thoughts on how it felt to do Jane Austen July for the first time. For me, this year has been about getting reintroduced to Jane Austen again, so I've been intentionally reading more Jane Austen throughout the whole year. So that's one of the reasons why I participated in Jane Austen July, and also because I wanted to. So a quick mention about Sanditon. I kind of went through my thoughts on it in the first Jane Austen July video, but just quickly, I thought it was entertaining, but because it was cut short and was not finished, I felt like I couldn't really get into the characters, but I think that's understandable. I have finished Persuasion in Finnish, and yeah, I thought it was great, and I did feel more connected to the story as I read it in Finnish in my native language instead of English. I mean, I've read it in English too, but I felt even more connected reading it in my own language. I thought the scene where Anne Elliot learns about Mr. Elliot's agenda and all the slimy things he has said, I thought that was like, oh my god, this is so dramatic, oh my god. So that's a scene that's really here, and also Wentworth's letter to Anne. So yes, I like this more now than I did when I read it in English. So during the last week of July, I read one story from Our Faithful Friend, and it was Three Sisters, and I thought it was funny with the a bit unserious how the three girls talked about like these possible men that they would marry, and I understand why they were that way and maybe a bit rude, because marriage is not their choice really. So they get, even if they are being rude, I feel like they are warranted to make such like dramatic comments like about men's looks and so on, because yeah, it's not their choice and yet their whole life depends on it, if that makes sense. It was also this July that I decided that it's time to get the rest of Finnish versions of Jane Austen novels. So I have Pride and Prejudice, obviously Persuasion in Finnish, and Emma. So I'm missing Sense and Sensibility, Northanger Abbey, and Mansfield Park. So first of them I have, so Sense and Sensibility, and I will definitely try to read it this year. I think this is a stunning edition, and I really hope that since this is a very new edition, I hope that they are doing the rest also in this manner. I also ordered Mansfield Park in Finnish, but it's the movie cover. Well, you gotta live with what you get. Northanger Abbey is very difficult to get. There are no physical copies of it like on sale. It had a new edition about 7 years ago, but that edition I just couldn't find it anywhere. So I've gone through some used books websites to find it, and I haven't decided yet on if I should purchase it from there or if I should wait that if there is a new edition of it. So how did I like my Jane Austen July? I think it was nice. I really liked reading Jane Austen and focusing on her. For me, the best word to describe Jane Austen books as a reading experience for me is comfort. For me, when I read Jane Austen, I just want to read a nice, comforting, beautiful romance story that are complex and deep, of course, but to me, I just want to focus on kind of that kind of service level experience. I do have an English degree, but I never analyzed Jane Austen for any of my literature course because I wanted to keep her works just my comfort read. I didn't want to analyze, I didn't want to go too deeply into them. I could, and I think I'd be pretty good at it, but it's just, I want to keep them as my own comforting read. So I kind of feel out of place within the Jane Austen YouTube community because I feel like everyone is so smart and have thought of these stories so deeply, so analytically, and see so many layers to it and all the cultural context. I feel so out of place because I'm literally here like, I like Jane Austen because I like them. I like the worlds that she creates and how they reflect on the society that she lived in. I like Elizabeth because I like her. She's so nice and witty and independent and smart. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense at all. And of course, because I am a smaller account as well, my thoughts don't really even matter within the community, I think. But overall, I've enjoyed doing this. As for Jane Austen, for the rest of the year, I will definitely be trying to read Sense and Sensibility in Finnish. And I haven't watched the Mansfield Park 2007 adaptation. I might be doing that. As for Persuasion adaptation by Netflix, I made a whole video about my opinion on it. But I made it like 2 or 3 days after I watched the film. So now that it's been a few weeks, I'm a bit more calm about it. I'm a bit more accepting of it. Like, not accepting as in it's good, but accepting as in it wasn't for me. Okay, I hope any of this made sense. I'm gonna go wash off my face and get some medicine in me. If you want to see more videos about books and pop culture overall, please subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment down below. How was your Jane Austen July? And I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.